morning, everyone. Good afternoon, possibly even good evening, depending on where you are watching me from. You're welcome to this webinar titled Teach, Earn, Hustle. This is the webinar that teaches you how to get income apart from your salary, though designed for teachers, but it's not restricted to teachers. It is open for anyone who wants to do digital business, whether as a side hustle or even as a main business itself. Today, I'll be talking to us about something about different kinds of digital business that you can do. But before that, there's something else I need to talk to you about, which I hope will shift your mindset. Because understanding this thing is key. For the next 6 or 8 weeks, I'll be bringing in a different side hustle each week that you can do as a teacher without necessarily resigning from your teaching job. But before I start bringing in these digital businesses that we can do, I need you to understand something, because this is very important. It's preamble. It will set the pace in whatever you do after now, whether in business or even in your personal life. So today I'm going to talk about value exchange and what is value exchange and how value exchange is a game changer in the business that you shall be doing, depending on the different businesses that I'll bring. So I'm going to share my screen now as we start discussing. I need you to pay attention. I need you to listen very well. I need you to follow me. Please, if you are seeing my screen, I would love you to indicate so that with a 1 on the chat, so that I'll be sure you are seeing my screen. Because if you are not seeing my screen, you may not be able to follow what I'm doing. Okay. So just give me a 1 on the screen. Then I know that you're seeing my screen. Okay. So this webinar itself is titled Teach, Hustle, Earn. How to make money beyond your salary. I hope you can see my screen. Okay. How you can earn beyond your salary. And today we are going to talk about the principle of value exchange. Now, let me start by asking you this question. Why is it that most people don't have the money they want? I believe if you have the money you want, you will not be in this seminar by now. Feel free, permitted to you can even go at this point if you think you have all the money you want. But I am sure you don't have the money that you want, not in the quantity that you want. That is why you are attending this webinar right now. And that is why you are listening to me. So my question is, why is it that most of us don't seem to have the money that we want? Is it because money is missing? Is it that we have looked everywhere and there is no money? I don't think so. It is because we don't understand how money moves. Most people don't understand how money moves, and that is why they don't have the kind of money that they want to have. Understanding how money moves is key. That is what will help us to have the money that we desire, okay, to do what we want to do. Now, here's a hard truth about money. You can't just make money on your own. That's counterfeit. No matter your desperation, you just can't go and start printing money because you need money. When you do that, it becomes an issue. The government will arrest you. They will throw you in jail. I have never seen a country where people print their money just because they are desperate. Okay? I've never seen that happen before. So if you want money, you have to find a way to get money. So, okay. I understand my slides are not showing, so let me just look at it again. Please let me know if you can see my slide presentation, because this is very key. Okay, it's very key. Okay. trust you are seeing my son. I was saying this, one cannot just go and start printing money. And again, you just can't go and take money because you need it. Anywhere you see money lying down, it belongs to someone except the road and the person is not aware. But anywhere you see money lying down and you pick it up, it belongs to someone. Okay. And they'll catch you for stealing. So you just can't go and take money anywhere you see just because you are desperate. So now that you cannot print your own money and you cannot go and pick somebody else's money, how do you get money? And this is what this webinar is all about, showing us how to get money, how to move money in a legitimate way without begging. That's another thing that I'll talk about subsequently as we progress. Okay. So now that we have seen that we cannot print money, neither can we carry somebody else's money, then it is important we know how to get money. Okay. Sorry for the break in transmission. Network seems to be a challenge these days. But I hope you are getting me loud and clear now. Please, if you're not getting me loud and clear, indicate for me on the chat so that I know that we have a challenge. Likewise, if you can see my slide presentation, let me also know. Okay. All right. So I was talking about the hard truth about money. And I mentioned two things. That one, you can't just make your own money because you need money. That will never get you money. In fact, it's criminal. I also said you can't just take money you see lying around because that's a problem. That's stealing also. It belongs to someone. So you can't print your own money. You can't also carry somebody else's money because you need money. So the big question is then how do you get money? How do you get it legally? How do you get it repeatedly so that it becomes a source of income? It becomes a stream of income. To do that, you need to understand this. One, money never disappears. Okay? Money never disappears. Um, Even if you don't see money around and you hear people saying there is no money in this town or there is no money in that town or if you go there, there is no money. It doesn't mean that the money has disappeared. It is somewhere. It has simply moved from somewhere to another point. It has moved from somebody's savings to another person's savings. It has moved from somebody's pocket to another person's pocket. It doesn't vanish. It doesn't disappear into thin air. So if you want more money, you have to find a way to make money move to you. In the first place, if you want money, you have to find a way to make money move to you. Then if you want more money, you have to find a way to make more money move to you. That place that the money has gone and has stayed there, you need to find a way to make the money leave that place and come to you. So understanding this is very key. Now, here's a secret value. I mean, a secret value. People give money in exchange for something. People don't just give money like that. Well, sometimes they do, but in most instances, people don't give money in exchange for nothing. They have to receive something in return, something of value in return, commensurate to that money that they are giving out. Okay? Now, that something is called value. And value is anything that solves a problem or anything that helps you save time, anything that entertains you, anything that educates you, anything that simply makes life better. I have seen in the entertainment sector people buying table for two, special table for as much as 500,000 naira, a million, even more than that, just to sit down and listen to an entertainer crack jokes for an hour, and they go. And you think it is a waste of time. To them, it is not. They have gotten value through the jokes said on the stage. They have been entertained. You see a problem, you create a solution to it. You have a value. By the time you go to someone who has that problem and you say, this is the solution, and he sees that the solution is truly working, it is practical, he will be willing to give you money in exchange for that solution because he has seen value. Or imagine you come up with an idea or a concept or something that saves somebody the amount of time he or she spends doing a job. Maybe initially the person spends like 4 days to get that job done. But now you bring an app or whatever it is, and the person applies it, and then the person is able to get the job done in 20 minutes. 20 minutes compared to 4 days. The person will be willing to give you money to collect that thing because that thing has value. So this is the secret. Value is what makes people exchange money. If people don't see value, they will not be willing to give you their hard-earned money. They need something to exchange that money for. Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you think equals your income? If you think your needs equals your income, in other words, if you think because you have needs, money will just come, give me a 1 on the chart. But if you don't agree that just because you have needs, money will come to you, give me a 5. Okay, you see, we all woke up this morning with needs. But just because you woke up in the morning with need, did you see a lot in your account? No. Just because you woke up this morning needing a vehicle, did you go to your garage and then a vehicle was there? No. Your needs don't make money move. Your needs don't make money move, but value does. That's why sometimes people will stand on the street and beg. They have needs, but because they are not exchanging something of value, most times they don't get nothing. It takes about 10, 15, 20, 30 people to walk past them before maybe one person will remove one small 100 naira or 200 naira and give them. But if that same person will sit down and create something of value, just like you see in this picture, he's selling greens, he's selling clothes, he's selling second-hand shoes or something, you will see people coming around, negotiating, and eventually giving the person money and collecting that value. So just because you have needs does not make money move to you. You have to have value. It is value that will make money come to you. Number 2, I want you to read this. If you are not getting paid, ask yourself this question: what value am I offering right now? If you are not getting money now as a teacher, or even if you are not a teacher, possibly because you don't have something of value, do you know that the salary you collect every month end is because you offer value to your head teacher or your proprietress, in the sense that you go to class every day and teach? That's the value. But other than that, you don't get anything extra because you are not giving any extra value. But if you create extra value, the school. Okay. So I want to ask this question now. Do you think your needs equals your income? If you think your needs equals your income, please give me a 1 on the chart. But if you disagree that your needs equals your income, give me a 5. A 1 and a 5. 1 agree, 5 disagree. This is what I mean. Because you have needs, money comes towards you automatically. If you agree, give me a 1. But if you don't agree, give me a 5. Okay, good. Thank you. You see, your needs don't make money move. It is value that makes money move towards you. We all woke up this morning with needs. It's possible you even woke up this morning needing a car. But just because you woke up in the morning needing a car, did you go outside and then you saw a brand new car parked there? Or you woke up and you were like, today I need like 50,000 to solve some problems, and then bam, alert. Did you see anything like that in your account? No. We all have needs, but needs don't make money move. It is value that makes money move toward us. If we have value, if we create value, then people will see the value and they'll be willing to give us money in exchange for that value. Sometimes people even pursue you and beg you, please sell this thing, let me have this thing before somebody else does, because that thing has value. If you're not getting paid, ask yourself, what value am I offering right now? Earlier on, I said, if you the salary you take home every month as a teacher or whatever job you do is because you are offering value to that of the business. You come to work every day, in the morning, close in the evening. That's the value the owner of the business is getting, and that's why he's paying you salary. But he's not going to give you extra salary because you are not giving him anything extra. The day you begin to create extra value, then the person will be willing to give you extra money. That's why as teachers, sometimes we go to our school owners and we ask for a rise in our paycheck, but they don't listen. Why? Because you're not offering anything. They ask you, why should I increase your salary? And you start telling your school owner, well, transportation is expensive now, and food is expensive, my landlord has increased my house rent. All these things are not appealing to your school owner. They are not of value to the school owner. That's your own business. That's your personal business. But if you can show your school owner or your proprietor or your head teacher that you are bringing something new to the table that will bring value, will add value to the school, they will be willing to listen and increase your salary. This is key. Okay. All right. Now, why does it seem that rich people seem stingy? Because rich people are very good market. Sometimes you have something of value. You go to a poor person and the person sees it and says, this thing is very valuable. I will love it. It will be important for me. But I don't have the money. I have identified that rich people are very good markets. But then why is it that they seem stingy, especially when you go and are they mean? No, they are not. But there is something that I want you to take note. They just understand money is trade. Earlier on, I talked about giving value. Money is value. Your product is value. Your service is value. You two have to say this person is a billionaire, but he cannot spare 50,000 for me. You understand that money is straight. You are not offering anything value to them. That's why they don't want to give you money. Reason to that 100K because that handbag is at and then everybody will see her with that special handbag. I have seen handbags of 500,000, believe me, and people have paid for it. But the same person who removed 500,000 K to buy that handbag was somebody 10,000 because that person doesn't have value. We need to understand that they won't give you unless they see the value you have. So it's important that you create value. Rich people respect money because they earn it. And that is where you and I want to get to today. That is why we are holding this webinar. That is why we are doing digital side hustles, because we want to respect money by earning it. You need to stop begging and you need to start trading. You need to stop begging and you need to start trading, because begging wears people out. You can beg and people will give you, but you come back the next day and you beg. They give you, possibly the third time they give you, but by the fourth time, you begin to wear them out. They begin to avoid you. They begin to start refusing to pick your calls, because each time they see your call, they associate it with begging. This person is coming to ask again. All this urgent 2K, 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 urgent 2K, I keep hearing everywhere. Please stop begging. Let's start trading. That is what this seminar is all about. For the next businesses that we can do on the internet and earn income so that we don't beg. Let's start getting our own. As you do your business, you create value. People will give you respect. They will start looking for you when they discover you have value. They will not be running away from you. They will look forward to your calls. Trading value builds trust. Anytime they see your call, they know that you are bringing something of value. They'll pick it. But when you beg, they see your missed call, they don't want to call back because it's a problem for them. And I have heard teachers say, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to sell. You are a teacher. You have skill. Skill is value. You have time. Time is value. You have solution. Solution is value. You have idea. Idea is value. Some of us are very gifted in presenting online classroom. That's a value. So you can build online courses and sell them and make money. Some of us have time. There are people looking for someone who can just sit down and babysit his child or her child because they don't have the time. And if you have that time, you go, you babysit the person, you negotiate, you get money. That's value. There are people who don't know how to use Excel, teachers, to calculate their children's grades. You can teach Excel and then make money, charge them for it. Or an idea to solving a problem. So as a teacher, I'm putting it to you today that you have something you can trade money for. Okay. And this point, number 4, I want you to take it home today. Money will always follow value. Always. Anywhere there is value, that's where money goes to. Where there is no value, money will not go there. And that is why people can leave the comfort of their homes and travel 1,000 kilometers to go somewhere and do business because there is value in that place. So the implication is this: anywhere you go, as long as you create value, money will follow you there. I know of a woman who is very good at doing sewing clothes, female clothes. She has a shop. One day the landlord came and said she should move out. He needs his space for something else. And she thought that was the end of the world for her. She had to move out. And she continued her business in the house, which is inside the area where she stays. You know, when they say Anguara, right? This kind of area that there is no road, no description. That's where her house is. But she had to continue the business in her living room, in her parlor. And guess what? Because her clothes are not anyhow kind of clothes, people followed her to her house that has no road. Until today, as I'm telling you, she's still doing business inside the parlor. People are locating her because she's creating value. Money is following her, even into her house. Now, let's look at this business principle. Number 1, businesses don't beg. If you are begging for money, you are not in business. In Teacherpreneur Club, we don't teach people to go and beg. We teach people to create value. When you beg, you are not in business. Because when you beg, it is up to the person you are begging to give you or not to give you. It is up to the person to give you whatever he or she wants to give you. There is no negotiation. It is money. But when you have value, you can sit down and negotiate because you have something to hold on to. Businesses find a problem. I hope you are seeing this diagram here. It's a circle. Businesses don't beg, but they find a problem. When they find a problem, what do? They offer a solution. And when a business offers a solution, they charge for it Because the person who has the problem is seeing the solution and he's willing to exchange money for it because he wants a solution to his problem. And then they repeat the cycle again. Simple, predictable, repeatable. You find a problem, you create a solution for that problem, you charge for it. Now, I want to flip your mindset today. Please stop chasing money, start building value. Stop chasing money in the sense that stop begging money. Stop chasing money and following people up and down without a plan. No, create value. When you create value, money will come to you. Ask yourself daily, what am I giving that is worth paying for? Okay. When you flip your mindset this way, it will become easier for you in the next 6-8 weeks to apply whatever I'm going to teach you concerning all the businesses that I'll bring to us one after one. Now, what do we do? Starting from today, from this webinar, as you are listening to me, I need you to learn a skill. Whatever skill it is, learn a skill. Solve a problem. Serve people better. Package it right, and you're in business. Even if it is kuli, which is not a digital business. But look for something. Okay? Package it well. Serve it. Present it good. And then when you do, people will see value in it and they'll come to you. Money will come to you. I want to leave you with this final punchline. Look at this picture. You can see a purse there with money inside. If you are not making money, it is because you are not exchanging anything worth that money. I gave an example of a handbag earlier on, right? I have seen handbags 500,000 naira in this country, in this our Nigeria. And I've seen people buy it. But the same person is not willing to give her 10,000 for free to somebody who is asking for. But she was willing to remove 500,000 naira to buy that handbag because to her, that handbag has value. I don't know whether the handbag has gold on it or what kind of skin was used to make it. I don't know. I'm not good at handbags. But she knows that that handbag is worth the money. And she exchanged money for that handbag. If you are not making money, it's because you are not exchanging something. And that something is the value that we are talking about. And these values are the businesses that we are talking about that you can do online, which I will bring subsequently one after the other. One business per week, one value per week that you can create and then exchange it for money. It's as simple as that. So next thing now, how to make money beyond your salary as a teacher. What if I told you that you could turn your classroom stories, games, or lessons into a children's book that pays you repeatedly? In part 2 of this series, you will learn how to write and publish a children's book without being a professional writer. That's from next week. And I urge you to keep a date with me. And if you have been following my social media handle, you will know that recently my child celebrated his birthday. And in less than 24 hours, I was just talking with him and then he was giving me answers and we are talking about how we'll celebrate his birthday, his cake and all of that. And the young man was just responding. And from the responses, I got an idea to put together a storybook. And I put it on my social media. And I said, to celebrate my son's 4th birthday, here is a free book. Go to Seller and download it. For 24 hours, it will be free. And I'm telling you the truth. You see my Seller link at the end of the day on this slide presentation. Within 24 hours, I had 20 people and still counting who went there and downloaded that book. Now imagine if I decided to charge them maybe just 1,000 naira for the book. 20 times 20 times 1,000 naira. That's 20,000 naira. A book I wrote in less than 24 hours. But it was a gift. So in next week, I will show you how to write and publish children's book without being a professional writer. You are a teacher, you tell stories every day in the classroom, you experience things in the classroom with your pupils. You can translate these experiences into a book and sell them. People are looking for relevant, culturally relevant textbook in our schools today. They can't find. What stops you from being an author? Okay. Today we are seeing textbooks that are not morally sound coming from the West. Why can't we develop our own textbooks, our own storybooks, our own picture books that are morally sound and sell them. Parents will buy. And you tell me you have no idea what to do. No, you do. Teachers are doing it and they're earning income. And by next week, I'll show you a simple 3-step plan to go from idea to income as regarding publishing or writing children's book, which you can sell. So keep a date with me, June 7, next Saturday, same time. I'll show you how you can write children's book and even publish them. As we round up, I dare you, outgrow begging. Please stop begging and grow into value. Create value. Look for value that you can create and sell. Offer it. People will see, when they see the value, they'll be willing to remove that money in their pocket and move it into your pocket, because that is the only way that money moves. We have seen that in the earlier slides. Money moves in a special way, and the only way it moves is when it sees value. So you cannot print your own money, which is counterfeit. You cannot also go and collect money from somebody just like that because you are stronger than the person. That's robbery. You cannot also go and pick somebody's money that he has kept somewhere. That's stealing. You need to find a way to move the money from the person's pocket into your pocket, and the only way to do that is to create something of value. When you present that value, that is when the person will say, okay, this thing is actually relevant to me. Let me give this person my money in exchange for that value. So please grow into value, outgrow begging. Number 3, start building something worth paying for. Here is a link to my website. I have a book here, Teach, Hustle, Earn. It's a practical guide to making money beyond the classroom. With the support of my business mentor, Bishop Ibro Zion, I launched this book a couple of weeks back. People have been buying it and reading and applying and having something for themselves. Now they are value creators. So I urge you, go through and just look at this link, go through, follow the link and obtain this book. Okay, it will do you good. I have a call to action here. Join my Teacherpreneur Club. In this club, we teach how to create value. We don't teach people the skill of begging. Okay, begging is not sustainable. Oh. You beg, you beg, you beg. The day the person is not there, what happens? The money stops. But if you create value, even if the person is not there, somebody else will come and see that value and exchange money for it. So join my Teacherpreneur Club. I have 3 tiers of this club. Very simple. First one is just 1,000 naira. Every month you give me 1,000 naira and I show you digital things that you can do, skills that you can learn and upgrade and supplement your income. And the second tier is just 2,000, which is very affordable, but I guarantee you the teachings you will get, the skills you will get from this club site is even beyond that money that I'm charging you for. Somebody will say, why should you charge? Yes, because that's how money moves. It's value that I am giving you for. Okay? Learn to trade value like a pro. I have my email here. I hope you can see it on the screen. Reach out to me if you're interested, or my WhatsApp number. Contact me. You want to join my club? The first tier is 1,000 naira. The second tier is 2,000 naira. The third tier, which is for people who have already established, they just want to blow and blow really. That one is 10,000 naira. If you pay into this account and send me your evidence of payment, I will include you in my WhatsApp group, and then we can take it off from there. Whatever it is that you want to do online, whatever digital skill you want to learn, we are available. I will put you through, and then you can have source of income that you don't have to wait till the end of the month before your salary enters. Okay, you can have a side hustle and you'll be fine. You take care of your problems. That's what life is all about. So join my Teacherpreneur Club today. Make your payment into this account. You can see there's a Zenith Bank savings account, and then send me evidence of payment, and I'll include you in the club WhatsApp group, and then we can take it off from there. So I want to say thank you for staying with me. If this webinar has been a blessing to you, you have learned something, you have enjoyed it, please give me a 3 on the chat so that I will know that we